On today's Daily Slab, we are going to be looking at quite possibly one of the craziest box scores I've ever seen in a baseball game. We are also going to be checking out some Bowman Chrome Super Refractor sales, and we are checking out a box price for our trender of the day. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's Daily Slab. Welcome everyone to the Daily Slab. I am Nate, and our trender for today is not a card, but it is a hobby box, and it's 2017 Optic Hobby Box. Now, the reason we're covering this is because I didn't realize, as of a couple days ago, that Card Ladder had hobby boxes in their ladder section, so you can see historical price trends of certain hobby boxes. They have over 200 different hobby boxes tracked on Card Ladder. I didn't realize that was a thing, so I looked into it more, and I thought it was pretty cool, and there is 2017 Optic hobby boxes in there, and you can see the price. They started out around $75, and they are now over $2,000 today. That is a 2,800% increase, 2,800% increase there, which obviously drastic. We all understand why. It's Patrick Mahomes. Briefly, it was Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. It's no longer Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. There are other good players in there. Cooper Kupp, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, guys like that. But by and large, I'd say 98% of the reason why these boxes have gone up in price is because of Patrick Mahomes and obviously his 2 Super Bowl victories, his MVP award, yada, yada, yada. So Mahomes amazing, these prices amazing, but you can also see the drop in price. Despite Mahomes winning a championship this last year, look at these prices. The high was $4,000 back in 2021, and now it's dropped almost half of that price to today. So you can just see, not only was it cards, but it was also box prices that were drastically high back then, and we'll see if that continues trickling down, or if we kind of stagnate there with the success of Patrick Mahomes. We'll be curious to watch that moving forward. In our post of the day, we've got the last 3 super refractors to sell as of this post on Sunday. The last 3 super refractors to sell for Bowman Chrome first in the month of April, or in the last month anyways, March and April. And you'll notice the 3 players on the list. There's Kris Bryant, there's Nolan Gorman, and there's Zach Veen. The Kris Bryant sold for $19,200, the Nolan Gorman sold for $18,000, and the Zach Veen sold for $21,600. Now, if that seems crazy to you, it seems crazy to me as well. Remember, Kris Bryant, yes, he signed with the Rockies. Yes, his last number of years have been disappointing. But we're talking about a Rookie of the Year winner. We're talking about a former MVP award winner. We're talking about a guy who has a World Series victory under his belt. He has all 3 of those things. Not many people have all 3 of those things. Mike Trout doesn't have the World Series victory, right? Plenty of really good guys that went on to win MVPs and World Series, not a Rookie of the Year. Or guys that have won Rookie of the Year and won a World Series but never won an MVP. And Kris Bryant has all 3, and yes, I get it. He signed with the Rockies. They're not the most popular team. He's not been healthy. I understand that. But then you look over to the left and you see Zach Veen, who is also a Rockies player, selling for $21,000. I like Zach Veen. He played on the Spokane Indians last year. I got to see him in person. He was a very, very good player, but he hasn't even played outside of Double-A yet. He's 21 years old, hasn't played outside of Double-A. And then on the right side, you've got Nolan Gorman, who is doing well in the MLB right now. He's been a higher prospect ranking than Zach Veen in his career. He's been rated higher. He is in the MLB compared to Zach Veen's Double-A, and he is doing well right now on a Cardinals team that is expected to do something as opposed to like the Rockies that are not. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you wanna compare, like, okay, Kris Bryant injured, yada yada yada, okay, fine. But when he's on the Rockies and Zach Veen's on the Rockies, then it doesn't make sense. If you want to compare Nolan Gorman and Zach Veen's prices, Nolan Gorman's in the majors. Nolan Gorman is doing well. Zach Veen is in Double-A. Zach Veen did not do well in Double-A last year, and I don't know how he has started this year. Let's look it up quick. He started out the year pretty well this year, but he did not do well in AA last year. Tune of 496 OPS last year in AA. And yet these are the prices. Zach Veen, the most expensive. I get that there could be a couple people from Colorado, Denver area that are rich. And they don't care about the price. They got in a bidding war against each other, and that's what it went up to. That can happen. That makes sense. But from the outside looking in, none of these prices make sense. I mean, they're all pretty much too expensive. Even the Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant's not a Hall of Famer. Chris Bryant will not be a Hall of Famer. He has the accolades of a Rookie of the Year, MVP, and a World Series, but he's not going to end up being a Hall of Famer. And if you're not going to be a Hall of Famer, should you really be spending $19,000 on a dude superfractor? Likewise, Zach Veen would have to be insanely lucky to even match Chris Bryant's career. Should you be spending $21,000? And same with Nolan Gorman at the $18,000. It's crazy. It's crazy spending, crazy sales. And let me know what you think about it. You obviously know what I think about it, but let me know what you think about it. And then moving on to what's hot, what's not. We've got a very, very interesting scenario that happened the other day between Chattanooga and the Rock City Trash Pandas. The Rock City Trash Pandas are an Angels affiliate. Ben Joyce, I don't know if you've ever heard of Ben Joyce if you're watching this. He was a former Tennessee Volunteer. Made news for throwing 105 miles per hour, got drafted in the 3rd round by the Angels, and came into a game the other night in a no-hitter in the last inning. They were up 3. The Trash Pandas were up 3, no-hitter, last inning. Ben Joyce and his fellow reliever Eric Torres did this in the inning. Ben Joyce, walk, put out at second, walk, strikeout, walk. Jeremiah Jackson dropped the final out, 3-run score, so now they're down 4-3. Eric Torres comes in to replace Ben Joyce. He goes hit by pitch, 3 in a row, walk, wild pitch, hit by pitch again, strikeout. They scored 7 runs. They got no hits. They got walked 4 times or 5 times. They got hit by pitch 4 times. 1 wild pitch in there, 1 error in there. And next thing you know, despite still having the no-hitter, they were down 7-3. They scored 2 more runs They ended 7-5. The no-hitter complete, and yet they lost. They lost a no-hitter, and not only did they lose a no-hitter, it wasn't like a 1-0 no-hitter that you lose. That will happen on very, very rare occasions, but it will happen. But losing 7-5 on a no-hitter is something entirely different, something I have never seen before. And Ben Joyce was the main contributor to this. Pretty crazy considering he's actually a pretty popular prospect in Bowman Chrome circles. If you look at his prices, considering he's a reliever, not a starter, reliever on the Angels, pitching in AA, $30 for a base auto just the other day, and PSA 10 of a base auto, $150. So it's not like this is cheap, and it's not like he's a bad prospect, and yet he is now on the wrong side of history, and I just thought it was pretty cool. Just a crazy, crazy stat line that I have never seen before and probably will never see again. And lastly, I have a Topps Chrome Formula 1 break on Whatnot tonight on the SlabStox Whatnot page at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. A lot of teams have sold so far, but there are still teams left. Box-by-box breaks where you can buy a team for 1 box if you want to spend a little bit of money, or you can buy the teams for a lot of boxes or the entire case. If you want to do a case break, gives you the option to be able to adjust depending on what your budget is. But if you're into Topps Chrome Formula 1 or just into Formula 1 and want to check it out, come join me at 6 p.m. Eastern on the SlabStox Whatnot channel to check that out. All right, thank you everyone for watching today's Daily Slab. If you like this video, please click that like button, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for the next Daily Slab. See you, everyone.